Hello everyone, welcome to Vajram and Ravi. My name is Shubhangi Singh and today we are discussing something very important from the perspective of your exam because the notification for UPSC CSE 2026 is already out and we have noticed that students are going through stress, confusion, and we are here to make it clear for you because we will be talking about the issues that are being faced by the students while they have been filling this particular form for this year. So when we are talking about this particular notification, it came out on February 4th. It is going to be open for 20 days from February 4th, that is till February 24th, 6 p.m. Now please make sure that you are not doing this in the end. Many of lakhs of aspirants are going to be filling this form, but there are many cancellations and rejections that also take place from UPSC's end. Even minor mistakes can lead to not only application rejection, loss of candidature at a later stage and unnecessary confusion for you and stress as well. So for that, please remember the important dates that this application will be open only till February 24, 2026, 6 p.m. Your preliminary exam is situated on May 24, 2026 and the main exam date has been given as of now August 21, 2026. When we are talking about the age cutoff, which is also an important parameter to understand the eligibility here, please remember the age cutoff date has been marked as August 1 of 2026. When we are talking about the most issues that I am going to discuss and the problems related to them, they only occur because you are rushing through the form. So we will suggest here, take your time, make sure that you read the official notification properly, don't rush through it, and also do not ignore the technical rules which have been given. So in this context, we will be starting with the first issue that has been faced by the student, that is related to the unique registration number. So when we are talking about unique registration number, you have to understand this is a permanent number that will be given to you, that will be used for all UPSC related exams and it will be required every time you are going to fill the application for any future UPSC exam as well. Now what is happening, students are forgetting their URN, they haven't saved it properly and there has been a lot of confusion of URN with application number as well. Your application number is different for each UPSC exam, but URN, unique registration number, is going to be same. Please make sure that you are not creating multiple registration. Once you have created, if it has been done in the previous year, you can use that. And in case you have forgotten it, there is a proper procedure that you can follow where you have to make sure that you click on forgot password and then you fill up the details. And after you have filled up the details, given the OTP, then you will be able to reset the password. Now this is where you will be able to save and see your unique registration number and make sure that you keep it very secure. Either save it in your notes, put it on your email or put it in a very secure folder with screenshots. That way you will ensure that you don't have to go through this recovering process again and again. Now another issue that has been highlighted and has been seen is in regards with mistakes, especially in personal information. Now such mistakes are happening because of two reasons. First, either you are rushing through it or you have in mind that there will be some correction window that will be given to you and you can manage that later. But there has been no guarantee on the correction window. So please make sure that you are not putting any incorrect spelling, you are not putting wrong date of birth. There should be proper match with the matriculation certificate and the educational details should be right to the T because UPSC does verify all of this and this will be done during document verification. So it wouldn't make sense for you if you are clearing such important stages and in the end a minor detail just because you were rushing through creates some problem. Please remember, there is no correction window for any major detail changes. So make sure you are filling it slowly, you are reading all the spellings and details 2-3 times so as to ensure that these are placed correctly. Furthermore, there have been certain issues related to category selection. So when we are talking about category selection, please make sure that you have the proper documents with you and these documents are not expired. And based on those documents and the clear understanding of the classification, select the proper category. If you do not understand the creamy layer rules, please reach out and get a proper clarification and then only select a given category. Later, it can lead to cancellation of your candidature as well. Please make sure that you will not Please make sure that you know that you will not get reservation without valid verified documents. So documents are very important here, and category claims are one of the claims which are very strictly verified by UPSC. So when we are talking about documents, please remember that when we are talking about OBC non-creamy layer, the certificate that you need will be based on the income of financial year 2022-23, 23-24 and 2024-25, and it must be issued on or after 1st April 2025. That means any certificate issued before this date will not be accepted, it will be clearly rejected. If it is for economically weaker section, then it has to be based on financial year 2024-25 income and the assets in this very financial year. The issuance date is same for this, 1st April 2025. Any certificate issued after this date will be rejected and it must be issued before application closing date. So that means before February 2026, this certificate should have been issued. So these are the important dates and important related details that you should know. Apart from that, there have been some issues around photo and signatures as well. So these are the technical things that you need to remember. For example, when we are talking about rejection, these are one of the most common grounds for rejection. So please remember, when we are talking about photo upload, you are not choosing the wrong format. Please don't put it up in PNG or PDF because it has to go in GPG format. The correct format is GPG. Then the exact size and dimensions have been mentioned. So when we are talking about the size of the file, it has been clearly mentioned from 20 KB to 200 KB. Apart from that, there have been clear instructions that the photo should be on a white background where your face should be covering the 75% of that given photograph. It should not be blurred, it should not be edited, and the background should not be poor. It should be plain white background. Any other kind of photograph, that will be rejected. The proper samples have been also given in the instruction. Please make sure that you are reading them properly. Apart from that, there have been issues regarding live photo. Now there is a provision of uploading the photo, and add to that you have to also capture a live photo. So you make sure you are using an appropriate device such as a webcam. If you are capturing it from the camera, use the given link and make sure then again you are capturing it in proper light, and there shouldn't be huge mismatch from the uploaded photo. So you have to ensure that that photo is recent and you match it. It is very close with the uploaded photo as well. Now when we are talking about signature, this time you have to sign it 3 times, that too vertically. That means 1, then 2 and 3. And there should be adequate space between these 3 signatures. They should be with a black pen on a white sheet, where the size has also been mentioned again from 20 KB to 100 KB, where the image dimension should be 350 into 500 pixels. The clear image should be present, which should be well lit and not blurred. If these instructions are not adhered, then your application might be rejected again. Your application might be rejected on these very grounds as well. Now another important issue that needs to be understood and tackled well. If you want to remember this, you can take a screenshot of this so that you make sure that you are following the guidelines which are given. Another important issue related to your application form is the examination center. Remember, centers are allotted on first come first serve basis. So if you are filling the form late, you not only have problems accessing the server properly, the website properly, you are in rush, there is a lot of mental pressure, but you might not also get the center that you are planning. So make sure you are filling the form appropriately in time. You know the centers around you, you know the location that you want. If you do not do that, you will be getting distance centers, and make sure that you know the travel and the stay convenience, how it would be done. So to ensure that, you have to apply early, you have to choose a nearby known well connected centers and apply in advance so that you do get it. And accordingly, please make sure that you are planning your travel as well. Now, there have been certain issues around payment as well. So when we are talking about payment, please remember your application is not complete without completing the payment. If your payment has failed, then it will not be counted your completed application. You have to make sure that final payment has happened. If amount has deducted and your status is incomplete, please look into it. There shouldn't be any confusion about what kind of fee exemption you are getting. Look into the notification and make sure in the end that you are downloading the payment receipt, because your application is only valid if you have successfully made your payment and completed it. Another important factor that you need to remember here is about the technical glitches that might come in. You might see an website issues, and this will be faced mostly by people who are keeping it delayed till the last day, because there is heavy traffic, the website is slow, login timeout will take place again and again. So make sure you fill form early. If you are still facing issues, try in early hours. That means early morning hours or late evening hours when there is off-peak time. Make sure you are in proper connectivity, preferably a Wi-Fi with strong connection, and make sure you are saving each step properly, because if you're not saving, you would have to do that work again. Last thing that I want to highlight for the form here is important that Pratibha Setu consent is very important here. This is something that will be done one time and it will be irreversible. So when you are selecting yes and no, please don't do it casually. You cannot change this decision, and there is no partial data sharing option that you might be able to share one fraction of data and leave the other. So the consent details that have been given, please read them properly and decide based on that. If you want to share your data for Pratibha Setu and you want to give consent for the same, do not click in hurry without reading the consent details. Last thing that we will be taking up in terms of issues is the attempt count confusion. I have already dealt this in detail in this particular shot. Go watch that, because if your attempt count again is an important factor, if you are already IAS, IPS, IFS, or you have any group A service, I have covered this in a shot in detail. You can go watch that. People who are sitting for fresh attempts, please remember your attempt will be counted only if you are appearing in prelims. If you are not appearing, your attempt will not be counted. If we are talking about filling form, that is not equivalent to counting of attempt. That means you don't think like that if you filled the form, that means your attempt will be counted. You can fill the form and maybe for any other reason at all that you decide you do not want to give prelims, your attempt will not be counted. Many first timers are in absolute panic. Please don't panic. Make sure that you know this, and also make sure that you read your category wise attempt limits, the age criteria there, eligibility there, and make sure you are applying well in time and confidently. Now that was all from my side. If you have any doubts at all, please reach out to us in the comment section. We will try to resolve them. Thank you so much.